please don't. It is against the law to film the veterans themselves.
I'm not
just saying, if
filming the veteran
or anything like that,
no,
that's what we're having.
No.
Demanding accountability and defending your rights against the police specifically, and the government generally, are difficult and dangerous tasks. Your right to watch the government and record what you see is a natural right that is protected by the Constitution, and it cannot be taken away by the government.
Hey guys, I'm bringing a video to you from Phoenix Copwatch. He was in Boise for the inauguration of the governor of Idaho and decided to do an audit of the federal building on historical Fort Boise. What ensues is one of the most ridiculous charades I have seen an order follower pull off in a long time. This character actually goes to bed at night thinking he is keeping America and its citizens safe. What an absolute buffoon. A link to the original video as well as Phoenix Copwatch's channel is in the description. Go watch the full video and check out his channel. If you like his content, subscribe and tell him QA sent you. Before we get started, I want to show just one thing I found online regarding this property. Once I heard it used to be a fort, I looked to see if it was on the National Register of Historic Places. If so, it seems a little ridiculous someone wouldn't be allowed to take pictures from a public sidewalk or street at the very least. But as you'll soon see, we have an SS agent representing the American police state coming up to demand papers. Before we get to that though, take a look at this nomination form submitted by the VA, who currently owns the property, to get it on the historic register. It's very interesting to see access to the public is listed as unrestricted. It goes on to talk about the history of the fort a bit, including that 2 of the original buildings made from local sandstone are still standing. Certainly seems like something worth noting and possibly even getting some footage of to a nerd like me. I think maybe I'll start planning a trip. Check out how these tyrants don't care about the rights of individuals. As I say on almost every video, this is not freedom. This is the American police state. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about these order-following gang members. Hit the thumbs up and share this with everyone you know, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.
Hi, how are you?
Need to see your ID.
Am I being suspected of a crime?
This is federal property. You've entered federal property.
There's no...
Yes, there is. I need
signs.
to see your ID right now.
There's no signs that state that it's federal.
You've entered...
Am I free to go?
You're not free to go right now.
Can I leave the property?
No, you cannot. Yeah. You need to comply with me right now. You're being detained. You're on private property, or you're on federal property. I need to see your ID, please.
Damn, I just can't help it. This order follower is so upset Phoenix Copwatch is not just worshiping his authority. Making faces of frustration and using hand motions of disgust. I mean, really, who in their right mind would be on this federal property that, according to the owner, has unrestricted public access to the grounds? And then, to think you don't need to comply and hand over anything he asks of you? Don't even try to leave the property, or his unlawful detainment, or this will end badly, you lowly peasant. You don't belong here. This is for the ruling class. Seriously, when asked if he was suspected of a crime, the answer was, this is federal property. You've entered federal property.
I didn't see any signs out front.
Okay, you're not free to go. You're going to hang out right here.
Okay.
Okay, and if you try to leave, you will be handcuffed. Okay, you need to turn your recording equipment off. This is a medical campus. There are veterans coming here.
It said it was a fort.
It's what?
A fort. A historic fort.
Okay.
I didn't see any signs that said it was
I'm telling you right now,
a facility.
I'm telling you right now that there are veterans here and there are patients, and you are violating
I'm not recording any of them.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm only recording you.
You were recording vehicles. You recorded that lady as she was walking past.
I did not record her.
Okay.
I have proof.
You need to turn the camera equipment off.
This is a perfect example of the order follower mentality, bringing up anything he can to justify getting his way. HIPAA laws? What the hell? I have never laughed so hard at something said by one of these morons. What medical information of any of these patients has somehow been shared with Phoenix Copwatch? Furthermore, if somehow he was able to get any information protected by HIPAA, it would be because of the gross negligence of the VA hospital whose job it is to keep that information private. It is their responsibility and their violation of HIPAA laws by not having proper and reasonable standards put in place to keep that information private for their patients. And of course, since our government hacks phones, they probably did Phoenix Copwatches and saw that he was filming cars.
There's no recording allowed on campus. Okay?
Okay,
I'm asking you politely.
can I walk away?
No, you cannot.
Can I walk away?
You cannot. I need to see your ID, please.
There is no marking anywhere that says this is a federal facility.
Okay.
I
need to see your ID. You're being detained.
I'm just taking pictures of the fort itself.
Okay. I'm going to ask you one more time to see your ID, and then you're going to be put in handcuffs, and you're going to be apprehended and arrested for trespassing.
So can I leave after I show you my ID?
I need to see your ID.
Can I leave after I show you?
Get your hand out of your pocket right now. This is going to go south for you real quick.
Okay, so can I leave?
No, you cannot.
No recording allowed on campus? I'm not even going to get into that. We all know that's just a made-up lie. The next thing that happens, of course, is the escalation. Get your hand out of your pocket! You know, the whole I have a gun and a badge and kill you citizens at an 11-to-1 ratio during interactions, yet I'm going to treat you like the threat. If there is only one thing we can change, please let them stop treating us all as a threat and then using that fear to justify brutality or unlawful orders against us.
Say federal
there is a marking
Sure.
out on Fort Street that states that this
Can you show me?
Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm not walking out there with you.
But it doesn't say federal property, no trespassing.
Sir, when you come on the property, I'm just going to explain this to you, all right?
Yeah.
When you come on the property from 5th and 4th, big signs that says Veterans Hospital, right? We do know, and it is federal property, we share the property with the federal building. You notice the gate that goes through so that
Yeah.
we can connect each other?
Yeah.
Okay, so would that kind of give you an inkling that there is a shared federal property?
No.
There wouldn't?
No.
At all?
Because it's not completely enclosed.
Doesn't have to be, sir.
And there's no markings that state no
It
trespass.
doesn't say federal property.
It
It
doesn't-
says at the front of, hold on. It even says at the front of it, right? No weapons, no knives, no guns, anything like that. Per federal code.
And I am not armed.
Okay. I can't take your word for it because of my safety, his safety, your safety,
Yeah.
and anybody else around us. That's why we're asking you to keep your hands in plain sight.
Yeah.
Okay?
I respect that.
I appreciate it.
So.
You want to come over here and have a seat? That way you're not standing over here? There's a bench right over there.
I'm fine to stand, but
I kind of want to get you away from the road. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
So-
For safety issues, right over here.
okay.
See the bench? I'm talking safety issues, okay? Please don't, it is against the law to film the veterans themselves. A HIPAA violation.
I'm not
just saying, if you're
filming
going
the
past me or
veteran.
anything like that,
No,
that's what we're having.
no, no.
Have a seat.
I just would like to leave if that's possible.
He's doing his thing.
Okay.
I'm staying with you, okay?
Okay.
Come on over here. You can have
And
a seat.
I'm only filming you because you're a public servant. Is that okay?
Have a seat.
I'm just gonna stand.
That's fine. You can stand, you can sit.
Let-
I don't know how long it's going to be. I just don't want you filming the veterans. That's my biggest thing, okay?
Yeah.
They have a right to privacy.
Okay, you get the point. These order followers were willing to say anything to get Phoenix Copwatch in cuffs. They cop-splained and cop-splained. All I heard were lies, unlawful orders, and a little attitude and contempt thrown in for good measure. It's a great way to treat people who so kindly donate some of their hard-earned money to your salary. Oh, wait a minute. That money for your salary is taken with the threat of force and being thrown in a cage. I guess that's called theft or extortion. I'm just glad I know now it's against the law to film veterans. I thought they supposedly fought all those wars in other countries to preserve our freedoms and liberties here, not take them away. That's right, those wars were fought to bring non-compliant countries under the all-reaching arm of the banking cartel and also enrich their military-industrial complex interests. Silly me thinking they were fighting outside our borders for our freedom, like we were all convinced. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Make sure you check out Phoenix Copwatch and his full-length video. There is so much material I didn't include. Tell him Questionable Authority sent you when you do. A link is in the description. If you feel the need to redress your government for the actions seen here by its enforcement thugs, I have left all the necessary contact info in the description below as well. Don't forget to show QA some love and check out the merchandise store. Right now through the 12th of January, enter the code HAPPY19 at checkout and receive 19% off anything in the store. I have more designs coming soon, so don't forget to check back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button and share it with everyone you know. Find us on Twitter as well as censorship-free platforms like BitChute and Steemit or DTube. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to smile at someone you don't know every day.